Hi, everyone. We are starting a new unit today, and this one is on York County's race relations. And it's gonna hit hard at times here, but the beginning is not going to be too challenging. We're going to play a game today that has to do with the Underground Railroad in York, and it follows the path of Margaret Morgan, or at least like that's the kind of character that I'm drawing some attention to here. And Margaret Morgan is somebody in this story here who's a runaway slave, and she's trying to stay away from a slave catcher. And on the way, she meets all sorts of different conductors or helpers on the Underground Railroad. So, your task is going to be this. Your task is going to be, who do you trust and where do you go? Your first part here says Cyrus Grease. So, Cyrus Grease, right here, he meets you within York, and you have to decide, are you going to trust him or are you not going to trust him? But all this is, it's a bit of a choose your own adventure game. And actually, a local history class from a number of years ago, helped me to create this game. They're the ones that created the side stories of things and try to dig into the history of some of these different people, these Underground Railroad conductors. And so together we made this game. And you're going to have to decide, do you trust Cyrus or do you go by yourself and hide in a nearby forest? And so you got to make your choices here. Now, one thing with this, if you end up getting caught, just hit the back button. Like if something goes badly, just hit the back button and make sure that you achieve your finish here. You get towards the point where you get past York County, because the next part of the journey, if I go back, the next part of the journey on the Underground Railroad is going from York to Lancaster County. And so your goal is to go through York and make it the whole way to Lancaster and eventually try to get to Philadelphia. And then what a runaway slave would do is try to get up to New York City and then hopefully get to Canada from there, because Canada was the place where you could find actual freedom, complete and total freedom. Canada back in the 1830s ended slavery. So that is the one place where if a runaway slave reached Canada, they're free. They're free and they're safe, and they're never going to get taken back into slavery again. But you got to make it there first. And so there are some significant people within York County that were willing to help these runaway slaves and keep them safe. And that's what I want you to meet some of these people. So everyone you see here, everyone you interact with in this activity, this game, is a real Underground Railroad helper, or the slave catcher is a real slave catcher or a real slave owner that's trying to go after this person. And so this is these aren't fake names, these aren't fake houses, these are real places. And altogether, it's just a cool game to get you acclimated to some of the different people that really wanted to help the African American community, the runaway slaves that were moving through York, and really had these people had a strong distaste for slavery and wanted to end. All right, enjoy. Tomorrow we're going to look into Lancaster County and how Lancaster County played its role in the Underground Railroad. But York and Lancaster were completely connected in lockstep here with what was happening with the Underground Railroad, because they had to get, like any runaway slave basically wanted to get towards a great abolitionist or anti-slavery city of Philadelphia, and from there they're going to have a much better shot at getting to freedom in Canada. So they're going to go from York to Lancaster to Philly and then northward from there. That's the usual path that a lot of escaped slaves would try to take to try to get to freedom. All right, enjoy, and I'll talk to you next time.